The point, a nice left pad save there by Welsh. Here's Peterson. Peterson pirouettes. Puck out to the top of the left circle. Hutson, a nice feed across, played in front. And unable to connect on the doorstep. And now the Riverhawks look to transition. But back come the Terriers through center ice. Puck. Nearly 5 minutes played here in the first period. Scoreless at the Songus Center, excuse me. The Terriers with the bulk of the scoring chances here in the early goings. And this one's flipped soft line change. And here's a look at that nice passing combination, just missing Skoog there on the doorstep through the Terriers power play here. Approaching the halfway point of the first period, still scoreless here at the Songus Center. This one tried to be played out in front by Stevens. Riverhawks look to counter back up ice. 3-on-3. This one played in front. One-handed away by the Terriers. Great work here by the PK unit for the Riverhawks. And now here's Wilmer. Had a man going to the net. Tipped in front. That was Stevens that was Peterson on the doorstep. A big hit there as Tuch was sent to the ice, and that one's cleared all the way back into the defensive zone of the Terriers with 2 seconds and 1, and that'll do it for the Terriers power play. Not much doing for them. Solid kill for the Riverhawks. This one's turned over by the Riverhawks. And this one's sent back in all the way around to the near side. Karenchik trying to settle down the bouncing puck in the circle. This one snapped quickly back behind the cage. Played back to the left point. Here's a one-timer by Karenchik, and that one's swallowed by Duplessis. And back come the Riverhawks. And a hit dished out there behind the goal line. Here come the Terriers back up ice. Hutson. The 10-2 move. He'll play it around to the far side. This one's chipped in a little bit deeper for the Terriers to give chase and continue to work the cycle. But this one trickles out to the blue line. And the Riverhawks able to chip it in and get a full set of fresh legs on the ice. Center between the Terriers and the Riverhawks line. Case McCarthy with a goal and an assist so far this year for the Terriers. Hutson trying to dance his way by and backhand it out in front. Terriers able to keep it in. Here's Luke Tuch. Tuch tried to feed it out in front and not able to connect that time with Hutson. This one's flipped high to center ice and out of danger by the Riverhawks. This one's scooped out to center and back down into the Terriers' defensive zone. Skoog will pick it up in the far corner of his own zone. Pulls up along the boards to avoid the hit. Now McCarthy doubles back at his own line. He'll play it across for Hutson. Nice. Terriers with just over 40 seconds to work with here on the power play. Here's a bid. Turning in front was a shot and a nice save there by Welsh. Beautiful setup by Hutson. That was Lane Hutson setting up his man in front. Now a couple here by UMass Lowell. Once again, Welsh being tested but equal to the task. Karenchik backhands it further for Engham. Engham nearly had his head taken off by Tuch. Tuch plays out in front, loose puck in the slot. Trying to corral it was Green. Green protects. Green moves his way into the right circle now along the half wall. He'll play it out high. Here's a shot in on net, no traffic, and gloved and held by Welsh as we get a Stella will take this one, and he's able to win it back to the left point for Johnson. Johnson playing catch with Bruchette. Bruchette, half wall. Plays down to the goal line. Played out in front, and Duplessis able to track it and cover it for a faceoff. And they're able to control it. Here's Gallagher out at the point. This one backhanded back in deep by Green. McCarthy is shot, or excuse me, Gallagher is shot, and that one's turned aside by Welsh, and this one's sent out to center ice. Gallagher, some nifty moves. He's able to make his way back in. He'll eventually have it poked off his stick by McDonald. 10 seconds left on this 4-on-4. This one's dropped off for a shot, and a nice save by Duplessis. It squeaked through him. Wasn't sure where it was. It was a good bid there by Mean, I believe it was, who let it go. And now Terriers to the power play for the next minute 10. Hutson tries to make his way to the slot. Eventually had it roll off his stick. This one is kept in, though, by the Riverhawks. Now Green plays catch with Wilmer. Green has it back. He'll play it back to the point. Fensori walks the line. Fensori plays out in front. Tip score! It looks like it was Luke Tuch who got a piece of it on the doorstep to tip it home as the Terriers tie the game at 1. And that'll be a power play goal for the Terriers. As you can see here, Fensori sends it towards the net, and hard to tell whether it was Luke Tuch who got the final tip, but judging by the celebration, saved. Blanchard has it near corner now as they continue to battle along the near side. Play dangerously out in front. Able to be poked out to center ice. Here come the Riverhawks. Kick to the stick and offsides as we get a stoppage. Nothing doing here, and lookout has come as up come the Riverhawks up ice. Sent back on front. Tip score! Scout Truman. Now here come the Terriers with under 40 seconds to play in the period. Here's Wilmer. Wilmer, a couple head fakes, makes his way to the right circle. Poked away by Karenchik. And a nice defensive play there. Puck out to the blue line now for Hutson, rather. Now Rayom to give chase. Or excuse me, that was Fowler. Fowler able to negate the icing. Good hustle there by Fowler. Able to protect the puck and send a couple Terriers to the ice. Puck squirts out to the line, kept alive by McDonald. Karenchik scales this one intentionally wide. Fowler banks this one back to the right point for McDonald to backhand it down the boards. Here's Peterson, a shot blocked in front, tipped, still loose. Welsh able to make the stop as Rayom is still out there really laboring. Here's a pass shot across and a nice save and a rebound sent wide from a bad angle. That time by Hutson, I believe. Now one timer didn't get much on it. That time did Skoog. Puck trickles out in front. And now the Riverhawks finally able to take it back to center ice. Some nervous moments there as Nick Rayom was shaken up on the play. Terriers with some good zone time and a number of chances. Now they battle way forward along the... He's able to keep it alive. Armstrong able to swing it back to the line. Here's a shot through traffic, blocked. Armstrong gets it, or excuse me, McCarthy gets it back, blocked away and taken back by the Riverhawks. Here's Lane Hutson from his own zone. Brother of Terrier forward Quinn Hutson, both freshmen for the Terriers. Of course, Lane Hutson playing on the back end for the Terriers. He's created a number of chances up front for the Terriers this evening. Puck off the stick of Brown. Skoog trying to corral it. So Terriers to the power play here. Latter stage of the third period, looking for the equalizer. They were able to cash in on the power play in the second period. Ethan Phillips found the back of the net on a nice play set up by Dominic Fensori. Here's Wilmer now out high. He'll feed it to the center point. Hutson fakes it. Now takes it his drive, and that one's caught and held through. With $1:58 to play here, they win the draw clean. Fensori across. Backhanded down by Hutson. Brown able to pick it up along the end boards. Three-side battle along the end boards now, trying to pry it free of the Riverhawks. But BU able to take over. This one banked back to the left point. Hopped over the stick of Fensori. And out to center ice. This one gunned right back in by the Terriers. Here's Fensori. He'll play it down low. O'Brien is shot. Terriers looking for the equalizer. Hutson backhands it in further for Brown. Brown in behind the cage. He'll bank it towards the line, but picked off and kept in by the Terriers. Here's O'Brien, a shot. Save, rebound, still loose in the crease. Still loose at the side of the net as they continue to jam away at it. And now Skoog able to backhand out in front, but it's cut off by Berglund. Some helter-skelter there at the side of the net as we approach 20 seconds to play. Terriers still with possession. Played out high to Hutson. Fensori, top left circle, down low. O'Brien looking, creeps in. His shot from bad angle, turned aside by Welsh. Puck comes out to center ice with 5 seconds. As Kaiser's run into the near corner.